Hello everyone and welcome back to Jacqs Scraps, and thanks for joining me today. I will be sharing with you what I created to go on the inside of my stacked envelopes box. I'm really excited to share this with you, so let's get started. So when I first started thinking about what I would create to go inside the box for my stacked envelopes, I wanted something that would go along with this type of shabby chic feel, this vintage feel. And I asked the Country Craft Community Facebook group whether or not they wanted a journal or a mini album, and they selected a mini album. And as I started to create it, I ended up with something that was a bit of a hybrid or a traditional scrapbook, the traditional 12 by 12 scrapbooks, but in a smaller size. So let me show you what I've created. This is a 7 1/4 by 5 1/8 inch scrapbook album that I created. It has the traditional binding of a 12 by 12 scrapbook. Now, I have not seen a crafter do this type of binding before. So this is new to me and hopefully new to you as well. And if you have seen someone use this type of binding, please share that with me. I would love to see that. But here is my little scrapbook album. I'll take this off to show you a little bit closer here. On the cover, I've added some acetate lace, and I love that. It's from Prima Poetic Rose. It was the perfect touch up here that blended in with the background cover, which was from Mother's Day, as well as this image of the lady here. I love this. Just reminds me of a Jane Austen type of feel. I've added some butterflies and some floral down here that is backed with lace and some pearl trim. And over here, I did some die cutting to add a place where you could label or name this type of scrapbook album for you, like say family album or something like that. Now it has an open spine so that you can see the pages, which I think is kind of neat. And here is the back cover. Now I may still put something back here or my label, but I love the lace that is on the paper collection. So let's go inside. And what you'll see here is a ribbon holding the binding together. And I didn't put any pockets on the cover, but you certainly could do that as well. Now this is kind of a combination scrapbook mini album, so it's a bit of a hybrid. I have used vellum paper to be my pages, and it makes a wonderful sound if you like that kind of sound, and I do. So I am loving it. I used Mother's Day paper throughout, as well as some Recollections cardstock called Roses, but mainly you'll see the Mother's Day collection. On our first page here, what I've done is created a frame, and then I used photo corner mounts, and this photo is removable, and you could actually put in your own photo if you want, or put it on the back of this card. I've kind of done this same theme throughout. I've added a little spot here for journaling. On our next page, this actually pops out so that you could use this as a template and then add your photo here. But what's neat about it is you get to see the image from the first page through the vellum. And I love that. Here again is a little journaling spot where I've added some enamel dots. On this page, we have a little pocket on the top where we have a journaling card, and you can journal or add a photo to the back. And then this lifts open. And in here we have a spot for journaling or photos as well. On our next page here, I have like a little bookmark, or you could use this to add photos to as well. But here is our belly band that I created. I use a edge die to create the decorative edge here as well as here. On this page, this is open to add your photo. I did keep the cutout so that you could use that as a template. And down here we have our journaling spot with some lace. On the next page, this slips out, and again, you can use this to cut out your photo and then slip that right back in. And this actually fits this one as well. On this page, we have two little fold overs. Now you can untie this and they flip open, or you can just pull from the side. And here is what's in that. This is a little tuck spot. You could photo or journal there, and the same with this card. And then that slips underneath there, and you just tie these back together again. This page has a full pocket, and it conceals a little tag. Here is the tag with some lace and ribbon. And then I added a little leather tag here with a butterfly and some lace. On this page, we have another photo frame, and this pops out as well so that you can add your own photo image. Just use this as your template to cut it out. And again, you can see through the vellum. I love that. It's so neat. It gives it a lot of dimension. And these little photo corners are reminiscent of a true scrapbook album. And then, of course, down here we have our place for journaling and some enamel dots. On our next page, we have another frame here. Again, I have the cutout to use as a template and a journaling spot here with some fussy cutting of the paper. On this page, I created 3 little mini Polaroid photo frames. And again, I have the image from the inside to use as a template, and then journaling spots with some lace and enamel dots beside each photo frame. This page is a half pocket and a tag with some journaling spots on the back. And over here we have a photo frame, and this frame comes out as well. And you could put in a full photo, or you could use the frame as well around your picture. Here is another spot. You could add a little photo here, and then a journaling spot down here. On our last page, we have a little journaling spot here, and then this actually flips open. This is a notched envelope closure with some lace here and a doily. When you open it up, on the top is some lace, plenty of room for a photo there, and down here is lace as well. In the center, we have another journaling card that is removable, and you can use this to cut out the size for your picture to be added, or use this card. Oh, and there's the little rose there. These two just intertwine there and closes. Now, one of the great features of this type of scrapbook album is that you can continue to add pages to it. Just undo your ribbon and slide off your cover, and then you would add your pages this way. And then when you've got your extra page on there, just thread it through the holes and tie up your ribbon. And there we have it. I just love how this type of binding system works. So that's it for this project. The stacked envelopes and box is complete. I will have a tutorial following this video on how to create the binding system as well as decorating. Thanks a lot for joining me. See you next time.